leadership. And another one is the differences between leader and manager. That is leader versus manager. Leader versus manager. Firstly, we start with the topic. What are the different styles of leadership? Firstly, we started with the first topic, different styles of leadership. Leadership. We all know about leadership. What is leadership? The art of ability, the art of motivating people, the art of influencing people. Leadership is about the art of a person, an individual, to influencing people. And the ability of a person to encouraging his people or motivating, influencing his subordinates. So, what about style? What is style? What is the leadership style? Style. We all know about the word style. What is style? A style is a procedure of a particular procedure by which a work is done. A style is a manner, a way of behavior, a particular person's manner, how he doing some works on his way, by his way. A man doing something in which manner? The manner is called, the person's manner is called as style, his style. So different persons having different styles. Different persons having different styles. So what about leadership style? What about leadership style? We all know about leadership is the act of motivating a group of people or organizations towards to achieving a common goal. So leadership is a style. The leadership style is leader's style of providing direction, implementing plans and motivating people and all other aspects. So there may be different styles in different persons. There may be different styles in different organizations. So there may be many more different styles, leadership styles. There can be exhibits in different organizations by their ways, by their policies and by their particular behaviors. So different business organizations needs different types of leadership styles. Okay students? So here leadership style is very essential part in the organization. In first we discuss about what is style, what is leadership. So leadership style is the art of person motivating, how he motivates his people, how he encourages his subordinates, how he giving works to his employee. So leadership style is leader's ability or leader's style or leader's manner of providing direction or implementing plans, implementing organizational plans, or motivating people, guiding people by his own way, by his own manner. There may be different styles in different organizations. Okay students, leadership style. What are the different types of leadership styles? There may be many more types of leadership styles. And which is the best style to the organization? No one can't tell about which is the best style. Because different organizations have different policies, different organizations have different conditions. So, which is the best or suitable style to organization? It is based on only their policies, procedures, working conditions, different situations, the financial resources and all other aspects. The behaviors of the employees, the behaviors of the management. So, which style is suitable to organizations? We can't tell them because different organizations having different policies, different structures, different organizational behaviors. So, every organization needs leadership. but every organization may getting different leadership styles by the way of their abilities, their policies. So, coming to different leadership styles. Different leadership styles exist in the different organizations. Different leadership styles or exist in different situations or different work environments. So, the leadership style, the culture and the goals of the organization determine which leadership style is best to fit. The culture and the goals of the organization may determine which is the suitable leadership style. Which of the leadership style is suitable or fits to the organization. A leadership style is a method of providing, directing, analyzing or influencing and motivating people towards to achieving goals. The style is a manner of the person, a behavior or a way of his guiding, a way of in the way how he guiding. In the what way he guiding, in the what manner he influencing people. Style means the way of behavior or manner, his manner. So different leadership styles are here. I want to show in this table different leadership styles. What is the name of the style and how leader behaves in this style and what are the advantages and disadvantages from the different styles. And also underlying personality characteristics needed. So, students, please write down all this information. Firstly, we are discussing about different styles. First style, cursive style, named as cursive style. Here, the leader, how the leader behaves. Leader behaves, do as I say. As I say or else. Only leader says that do as I say. What I say, do what I say or else. So, here leader as a cursive style. And what is the advantages of cursive style or what is the disadvantage from cursive style? In the cursive style, leader behaves as a authoritative person. And he says that do what I say or else. Do what I say or else. So here leader saying or leader giving instructions, leader giving orders to his employees. In this style, there may be chance to demotivation among employees. Demotivate the employees. This cursive style may demotivate the employees. It is useful. When it is useful, if there is any emergency situations. If there is any emergency situations in the organization, cursive style is very useful because lack of time, lack of resources, lack of abilities, if there is any consequences, if there are any problems in the organization, the production processes or any other organization matters are very important to the organization. The cursive style is useful in this way of organizations. The cursive style may get work quickly and when efficient work or effective work or any quick work is needed, there may be leader using cursive style. But it is not suitable to all situations, but it is not suitable to all organizations. Cursive style may demotivate their employees. Cursive style may discourage employees of the organization. And driving to achieve. Cursive style is driving to achieve rather ruthless. It is boss, you do as I say. You have never chance. You have no chance. So you do what I say. You do what I say. Leader always says that I'm the boss, and you do what I say as I say. So here it is also demotivate his employees. This type of leadership style also demotivate employees because of authority, because of commanding, because of leader never giving chances to his employees. If there is no chances in decision making or all other organizational matters, employees may demotivate. They can't use their skills effectively. They can't use their abilities effectively. So employees demotivate in this style of autocratic style. And it is if autocratic style is used continuously, the organizational employees demotivates and discourage, and also they have a negative feeling about his leader and also about their organization. They are always stressful work. They feeling stress. They feel stress. They feel stress about his leader and also about his organization. So in this style of leadership style is useful when quick decisions are taken, when needed quick decisions, when needed works quickly. And also autocratic style is used to organizations which are in a critical situations, work quickly. And it also driving to achieve here self-control is needed. If a keen observation or self-control or close supervision is needed, when close supervision or self-control is needed in the organization, it is suitable style to the type of organization. It is autocratic style of leadership. And coming to next style of leadership style, phase setting, named as phase setting leadership style. Phase setting leadership style. Here leader may behaves like autocratic, democratic and all other styles. If the situation is arrived, which is the situation is arrived. Here keep going, push harder, and we can do this. Leader says to employees, we can do this. We can do this. He always pushing them to work hard to get success and can impress staff, but exhort and demotivate them of using all the types. If leader always hard pushing his employees in hard work, employees will demotivate. Employees feeling stressfulness. So it is not suitable in all situations. It is not used by leaders continuously. If leaders uses this type of style continuously, the employees are feeling stress, and their abilities, their skills are in lower level. So it is not suitable in all situations. It is not useful in continuously. So it is the phase setting style, and it is consciousness and driving to achieve. It is also driving to achieve, takes initiative. It is phase setting leadership style. And coming to next type of leadership style is democratic leadership style. Democratic leadership style. It is also called as participative leadership style. Democratic leadership style. We all know about what is meant by democracy. What is meant by democracy? Democratic leadership style. In the democratic leadership style, we will leader says that we will vote on it. Leader motivating their employees and working together to achieve common goal. Here leader says that we will vote on it. We will do this. We will achieve this. We will work for this. We will get success for this. We will get success for the organization. We will do work effectively. Leader always participating in organizational activities style. It is also another type of leadership style. It also called as hands-off leadership style because here leader not participating in organizational activities actively. He not participate. He says that do what you think. He says to employees do what you think. Here decisions and activities are done by only employees of the organization. Leader never participating in the activities. If employees ask the leader if there is any situation arise in the guiding or the leader's guidance or any needed situation arise, employees ask leader. Leader may give his suggestions to the employees. Otherwise, the employees, the subordinates or the decision makers, they are the active participants. They are the workers of the organization. Here, leader never participating actively in the organizational activities. And here, it is good. It is good. When it is good, when staff are proved themselves. When staff have the capabilities and staff are willingness to take decisions. When staff have capabilities and they are willing to take decisions and they are capable persons to take decisions effectively but will lead some question your own necessity if used continuously. And it is a charismatic leader and self-confident. Here the employees of the organization working actively and employees of the organizations may get chances in decision making. So they always proving themselves. They want to proving themselves and they always charismatic persons and always they get self-confident about their work. But it is useful when the employees are proven. They are effective employees. They are effective to take decisions. This is laissez-faire leadership style. It is also called as hands-off leadership style. Why? Because hands-off leadership style, here leader hands-off because he never participating in activities of the organization activity. When needed situation arises, leader may give suggestions to the employees. It is laissez-faire leadership style. And coming to next one, coaching leadership style. In this type of leadership style, leader tells to his employees, try this. You try this. Employees, try this. And here, the staff performances may be improved. The staff performances may be improved. And here, it is a patient style and empathic type of style. And coming to next one, affiliative leadership style. Here, leader says that people come first and it is good for filling results or reasoning people in stressful situations. It is the affiliative style is useful when people are stressful situations. And it is empathic style. It is also disciplined, good communication. It also have good communication skills. These are the different styles of leadership. Which type of leadership style is suitable? Often democratic, often autocratic, often laissez-faire or coaching. It is based on the organizational nature, organizational structure, the goals, organizational goals. So students, please write down all these leadership styles and study well. What are the different styles of leadership? Cursive, autocratic, and also commanding, and pace setting, and democratic, and laissez-faire, and coaching, and affiliative. Here the most important styles is 4. Manager is a person who is responsible for controlling, administrating of an organization or a group of people or a group of staff. So students, what are the differences between leader and manager? Leader versus manager. I already told that the leader is a creator or a innovator, whereas manager is a commander. So coming to different differences between leader and manager. I want to show different differences between leader and manager. Please write down all these points. Please mustly listen carefully and write down all these points and study well, students. And here I define basis, manager, leader. What is the basis? What is the difference on the basis? Leader versus manager. We already know who is leader, who is the manager. So the first one, origin. What is the origin of manager or what is the origin of leader? A person becomes a manager a virtue of his position. How a person becomes a manager? By virtue of his position. A manager gets his position named as manager because of his position in an organization. And leader, how leader becomes a leader? How a person becomes a leader? A person becomes a leader on basis of his personal qualities. Which type of qualities? On his personal qualities. A person, when we call a person as a leader, when a person having the ability of influences others is called as leader. So, leader is a person becomes a leader on the basis of his personal qualities, commanding, guiding, motivating, encouraging, and all other influencing characters. The person who influences others is called as leader. The influence, his personal character is here influence by the way of guiding, motivating, encouraging, directing, and all other aspects. And focus. Manager focus. Manager always focus on managing work. Manager always focus on managing work, organization work. What to do, how to do, what is the time for the work, what is the time for complete work, how to achieve organizational goals, and how to implement organization structures, how to change different types of attitudes, how to change different organization structures, what are the implements are needed in the organization. Always manager focuses on the managing work at the organization to his subordinates. And leader focuses on leading people. What is meant by leading? Leading is an art of motivating, influencing people. Leader always focuses on how to lead people, how to influence people, how to guide people, how to motivate people. So leader always focuses on leading people. And 6. What 6 manager? Manager 6 objectives of the organization. Manager always 6 objectives of the organization. And leader 6 vision. Leader 6 vision. And formal rights. Manager has some formal rights because of he get a position in the organization, because of his status in the organization. Coming to leader not available. The rights are not available to leader. Manager had his status in the organization. He commands, he gives suggestions, and he assigning works, and also he asking about some information from the subordinates. So manager has some formal rights like his subordinates, his co-workers, his lower people which are working in the organization or subordinates to the manager. Who are the subordinates? Who are the followers to the leader? A group of employees whom the leader leads. I already told that leader always leading people. So a group of employees whom leader leads are called as followers of the leader. And functions. What are the functions of management? We all know about functions of management. What are the functions of management? Organizing, directing, staffing, controlling, and planning. Okay? These are the 5 functions of management. Manager always doing these 5 functions are planning, organizing, controlling, staffing, controlling. So these all 5 functions are done by manager. So manager functions is all 5 functions. We all are about the 5 functions of management. Manager plans to achieve goals. Manager organizing the organization. Manager controlling his subordinates. Manager directing his subordinates towards to achieving organization goals. Manager staffing. Manager recruit employees or giving promotions or some other positions to his employees. These all 5 are functions of management. Manager doing all these 5 functions. And coming to leader. What are the functions of leader? Leader functions are influences people to work willingly for group objectives. Leader function is influencing people. Why to influence? Influencing people to work willingly, not work. Willingness work is required in the leadership. Influences people to work willingly for group objectives. We already told that here group of employees whom the leader leads. This group of employees are influenced by the leader. This group of employees who lead by the leader or influenced by the leader. So, and what is the necessity of manager? What is the necessity of leader? The necessity of manager is very essential to each and every concern, each and every organization, because manager manages the work. Manager doing all 5 functions of management. So, manager is very necessity, very essential to organizations to work actively, to work their management activities. And what is the necessity of leader? What is the necessity of leader? Required to create coordinal relationship among employees and organization or employees or management. Here, coordinal relationships are very essential to every organization. These are very important to getting success in the organization. So, it is only done by the leader. Leader is compulsory, required because of to create coordinal relationship among employees of the organization management. Among employees and management. With the help of coordinal relationships, we may get success in our organization. And stability. Stability. Manager is more stable because of his status, because of his position, because of he get this position from organization by his virtue or his status. What about leadership? Leadership is stable or not? It is a temporary process because leader is a qualitative person. The person who called as leader, the person who have the ability of influencing. Because a leader may influence continuously, he may be continuously called as leader. So leadership is temporary and manager is stable. And mutual relationships. What are the mutual relationships? All the 5 functions of management. But leaders not doing the 5 functions of management. Leader leading the people, manager doing the activities of management. So, accountability is management is accountable or leadership is accountable? Manager is accountable for self and subordinates behaviors and also performances. Managers are always accountable because he get a status, because he get a position in the organization. So he always accountable to his and his subordinates performance and also their performances and also behaviors of the subordinates, his behavior also. So manager is accountable for self and subordinates behaviors and also performances and different types of actions. And coming to leader. Leader have no well-defined accountability. Because here leader influencing people, leader leading the people. The influencing in motivation, guidance, encouragement, all these activities are not accountable. How motivation is in the employee, we can't accountable. We can't estimate the motivation. We can't estimate the encouragement of leader. So leadership is not accountable. Leaders have no well-defined accountability. It is proven result. It is shown on results. So it is not a well-defined accountability. And concern. And coming to concern, a manager concern is organization goals. The manager always working towards to achieving organization goals. So manager concern is organization goals. And the leader concern is group goals. Leader always concerned about group goals and also member satisfaction. Who are the group members? He always trying to satisfy his members. He always trying to guiding his people. He always tries to developing his subordinates. So leader's concern is group goals and member satisfaction. And coming to decision. So here manager makes the decision. Manager makes the decisions of the organization. Manager has a right to make decisions in the organization with the help of all other collective informations, all other alternatives. And coming to leader, leader facilitates the decision because leader is not a decision maker in the organization. Leader only facilitates the decision by giving his ideas, by giving his visions and by giving his valuable suggestions in making decisions. And direction. Managers always going on existing roads because managers are the employees of the organizations. So they all are working towards on the top level management's directions. The superiors of the organization who are child persons of the organization. So they all are goes on the existing roads which are already done by past people of the organization, which are already shown by past employees of the organization. And coming to leader, here leader knows the way. Leader knows the way and goes on the way and shows the way. Leader knows the correct way and leader knows the correct way and goes on the correct way and shows the correct way. So leaders are the creators. Leaders are the innovators. So leaders are going on new roads. Leaders are going on new roads. And what about direction? What about dynamics? Here maybe these are the informal ways. In these are the informal ways. These are the main differences between leader versus manager. Please write down, students, what are they on the basis of focus. Focus. Where manager focuses, leader focuses, and seeks formal rights, followers, functions, necessities, stability, national relationship, and also mutual relationship, and also accountability, concern, decision, direction, dynamic, sanctions. These all are the differences between leader and manager. Please write down all these points. Do well. Thank you.